Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. The Bengals have every intention of walking out of today's game with win number 4 on the season. It's the Browns going up against the Bengals.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Cleveland Browns. The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Dalton, 1st and 10. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets it.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Danny Shelton breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down a pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. The play fake to Hill. Dalton. And that's complete to LaFell. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 10. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Jason Morrow, his first touchdown of the year. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Deshaun Kaiser, the former Notre Dame man, will lead his troops onto the field.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost. Yeah. How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Now a second down throw for Kaiser. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Play fake. Kaiser. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down.
As you and I know from visiting a lot of camps, no one practices this type of a start, do they?
Not, especially not on the road. You give up the touchdown on the opening drive. Now there's likely a 3-and-out on your first possession.
Yeah, you throw that in.
The Bengals bring pressure, and it's blocked. And now the Browns defensive unit trots back out. And despite being down on the scoreboard, this unit, they've had some big-time hits.
Sort of like us at practice the other day. I saw you take a running start at that blocking sled. You took it down.
Bounced off like a rubber band.
No, not at all. But you're exactly right. They are doing their job, but they want to add takeaways to it. You need to have more of those to go along with the big hits we're seeing.
By the way, when I tried that and I bounced back, I noticed that you laughed with everyone else. You didn't try to get in my corner.
No. Someone had just told me a joke on the other side.
Right,
I missed that.
Right.
Totally missed it.
Dalton to Hill on the draw. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. First drive for this offense today, and our first chance to get a look at Tyler Eifert.
And he's part of the new wave of tight ends in the NFL. They use them in every position, sometimes even by themselves as a wide receiver.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Dalton throwing on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And now the starting defense for the Browns.
Christian Kirksey starting to come into his own as a linebacker. Rangy, fast, uses that speed to not only outrun blockers, but run down ball carriers. But at the end of the day, tackles really, really well. Second in the AFC in 2016 in total tackles.
Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively.
After review of the play,
so now on 4th down, Mike McCarthy will turn to his field goal unit. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So they had great field position, but a 3-play drive that actually goes backwards, and then they kick the field goal.
And I think the key sequence in there, the key phrase you just gave us, a 3-play drive. Had the momentum, great field position, unable to move the football.
And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. A 1st down throw for Kaiser. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Kaiser now on 2nd down. And he slings one that's incomplete. David Njoku was the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. And trying to give a lift to this offense today will be the Duke, the former Cane, Duke Johnson.
Comes from a great tradition of runners at Miami of Florida. He's one of the best ones we've seen in recent years.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. The defensive starters now for Cincinnati.
Let's talk about Vontaze Burfict, the versatile linebacker. You can play him inside. You can play him outside. Undrafted coming out of college, and that still fuels him. Gives him that huge chip on his shoulder. And when he's right and plays at his best, one of the best linebackers in the league. Just has to know where the line is so he doesn't go past it and cost his team some penalties.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Slot man moves right. On 2nd down, Kaiser again. The rookie first-rounder David Njoku with it. The numbers for Njoku from a week ago: 6 catches, 56 yards.
And most teams mark down big plays as ones that gain 10 yards or more. He certainly has big playability, and we just saw it on display.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Let's go.
Again, it's Johnson. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a third and just a few inches.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And before they can run another play, the clock hits triple zeros. And time is up on the first quarter. 10-zip our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a third down here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Third and short yardage. Kaiser got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
They go to Johnson again. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves him still needing 11 here on third down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now Kaiser. He finds Coleman. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Second down, Kaiser. That's caught at the 1. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a first and goal.
Here we go. Ohio.
They'll throw again. Kaiser, his pass caught at the 4. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Duke Johnson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Didn't have anything downfield, swung it out to the flat. He did the rest.
Such a staple of so many offenses we see now. You know, in our discussions with offense coordinators, how many times do they tell us, hey, this offense is designed for either a touchdown or a check down. We saw the check down on that play, and boy, was it successful.
We saw a touchdown, too. And on the return, here comes Adam Jones. getting ready to go again. Here's Andy Dalton marching back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. Looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Passing again, Dalton on 2nd and 10. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And that will be incomplete as well. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Well, if you haven't gotten enough football this Thanksgiving weekend, there's still more to come. Tonight,
yes,
you're pumped up. It's 2 of the most storied franchises in NFL history doing battle, the Packers and Steelers from Heinz Field. Then tomorrow night, more. Wrap up your Cyber Monday with the Texans at the Ravens from Baltimore.
Man, is it time to start shopping already?
Just go online, man. I said Cyber Monday. Click, click, click. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Let's go! Fire 38! Flex round!
From the gun, Kaiser. Throwing deep here for Coleman. And this is caught at the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Corey Coleman with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And now running right through it. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
A first down throw coming for Dalton. To the left side here for Eifert. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Here's Dalton. And a right side completion here by LaFell. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, gets stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. It's caught. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Brandon LaFell, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are in for 6. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
No back out now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Corey Coleman now gears up to help lead this offense again. He's up near 100 yards now here in the second quarter, but his team's down.
Through no fault of his own. I mean, what a nice game he's having so far. They've got to keep finding ways to get him the football. Don't get away from that. Figure out where things are going wrong with the rest of the team.
They'll be hoping to hit that 100-yard mark on this drive. To throw is Kaiser. He'll air this one toward, and that's caught inside the 35. A big play that time for Cleveland. 46 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. He couldn't get the edge there, wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, and especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it was negligible on that play. No gain at all for the offense.
So back-to-back plays here where he couldn't get anything on the ground. Now you face a 3rd and 10 and assume you're going to try to pass it, right?
I would think so, because you've tried to run the ball, and really it doesn't matter who got the ball in the play because there was no space to go. So I think you step back, throw the ball to try and pick up the 1st down.
On 3rd down, Kaiser. He's got his tight end in Njoku. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. An update from a game going on in Indianapolis. And now a 1st down following that long gain.
Here we go. Flag round.
Kaiser to throw it. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. Back-to-back great plays defensively. You get the sack on 1st and goal. A great job in coverage there. All of a sudden, they're looking at 3rd and goal from further back than when they started.
And the really good play callers look ahead and down and distance sequence. Now he's got to backtrack a little bit and go maybe off his play sheet to try and dial something up here.
This is caught. 11 yards, but still not enough. 4th down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on 4th down.
Here we go. Madden 38. Madden 38. Black round.
Kaiser going to try the sneak, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Deshaun Kaiser in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. The final act of the first half. Dalton, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And his throw is incomplete. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Bengals are behind right now, but the home crowd should give them a boost. The Browns will want to come out after the half and really put the pressure on from the start. All right, let's get it going. Let's roll those first half highlights. Now 1st and 10, Dalton's got the completion here, and this play goes for a score. Bengals now on top. Now early in the second quarter, Coleman's got nobody around him on the catch, and he'll be tackled at the 11-yard line. Browns have it later on the drive. Johnson's by himself here, and he caps the drive with a score. Now trailing by just 3. Now midway through the second, Coleman's got nobody around him on the deep pass. He gone as he sprints to the end zone. 1st and 10, the Browns go up by 4. Dalton's on point with the throw, and this will go for a touch, which takes the lead to 3. Now 1st and 10, the catch will be made deep down the field, and he ends up at the 29-yard line before he stopped on the play. Browns later on the drive, here they'll go with the sneak, and it works for the touchdown. The lead grows to 4.
All right, Larry, thank you. A fairly tight game here as we get set to resume play in this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Now it's Duke Johnson here on the return. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And let's shift our attention to Corey Coleman. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Start the second half with Johnson. Well, a pretty move couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They'll need to get the play off quickly on 2nd down. Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go. 1-9. Black round.
Play clock winding down. Now a handoff. Johnson. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38. Black round.
They'll try to throw here. Kaiser. That's Njoku over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, a 22. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And a big tight end shifting around. On 1st and 10, Kaiser. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They'll hand it off now, Johnson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
The pigskin on the 7-yard line now. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed, because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
Now a 2nd down throw for Kaiser. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. That's a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
The offense on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and goal. To throw, Kaiser. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Duke Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Browns add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter. And now it's blocked. And all the defense has it. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, times have definitely changed on the PAT, on the extra point, haven't they? A lot more effort goes into this play from both sides.
Yeah, because let's face it, a lot of time on extra points, the effort is not what it is when you're trying to block a field goal.
No doubt about it. And before, when the ball was snapped on the 2-yard line, it was really a virtual chip shot. Now everyone believes they can get to it and knock it away, and we know how crucial every point is. So the defensive guys, they spent a lot more time trying to get that done, which means there's more pressure on the offensive guys trying to kick it.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll try to get the offense going with Hill. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Throwing, Dalton. And this is LaFowl. It's caught. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
On 2nd down, Hill. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Call it 7 yards on the carry, so a pretty good game, but still left with a tough 3rd and 8. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And Eifert has it. Tyler Eifert. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Eifert, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. Elsewhere at Arrowhead there in the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs continue to add on. They're really rolling. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. No back out now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And some room to work. And it winds up a terrific return, but markers are down. And this is going to come all the way back.
Return team.
So that will push him back.
And now we know why I had a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back. That penalty will move them back.
Here's Johnson. And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Just 1 yard to go here on second down. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup?
They go play action here on first down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield. But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Here we go.
Throwing again is Kaiser on 2nd and 10. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
To the air again, Kaiser. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by George Iloka. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Here we go.
Back to it after the pick six. Kaiser, screen play, Johnson. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 35-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved.
False start, offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Here we go.
And here is motion again, and that's going to be 2 in a row.
False start, offense.
Rare penalty for Joe Thomas, a multiple-time Pro Bowler at left tackle.
Still first down.
Let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. There he goes inside the 30. Over the middle, complete. That's Gordon. A good pickup there at 22.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Six yards here to go for the offense on second down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Kaiser now on second down. And this is incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, though if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game.
Let's go.
Kaiser from the gun on third. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. But he will not get away. He stopped short of the marker. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And the Bengals will get the football back. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
The play fake to Hill. Dalton. Going deep for Eifert. He's got a man. Complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. They give him a gain of 37. But we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
And caught, right side, Green. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding. Offense.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. To throw here, Dalton. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Time is starting to run out, really becoming a factor. We'll see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back to the offense. On second down now, Hill. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Underneath here to Hill. And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Now a first down carry. It's Hill. Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Whistles now in a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. Not running. Dalton wants to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tyler Eifert with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
No back out now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And we focus on Duke Johnson now. And as the numbers show, he really wasn't in the mix at the beginning, but they've got him in the rotation now, and it's proved a good move.
And that's what happens when you're a good player. There's a lot more attention drawn to you. And it's obvious that they had him in their game plan on defense, not letting him get off to a good start, but he's found a way so far here in the second half.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On second down, Kaiser again. Now a desperation throw, deep depth, and that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for the Browns. 45 yards. Kaiser now to throw on first down. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And down inside the 15 he goes. From the red zone now, Kaiser. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended target was Corey Coleman. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're taking a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Here's Kaiser. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
And that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the field goal means we're back to a 1-score game, but with no timeouts left, I think this has to be an onside kick.
I like your analysis there, partner. I think you're right. You need the ball back. That's probably your only avenue.
Down the numbers. There he goes. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Dalton down to a knee, and that'll be all she wrote. Now, the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your...